The moon hung low in the starless sky, casting a feeble light on the desolate landscape. The air was thick with a chilling fog that clung to the cliffs like a shroud. At the edge of this eerie precipice lay the apple orchard, a place where beauty and terror intertwined in a macabre dance. Local legend had it that the orchard was cursed, a place where the boundary between the living and the dead blurred. The ancient trees that lined the cliffside bore fruit like no other, apples of a deep crimson hue that seemed to throb with an unnatural life. They were rumored to grant wishes, but at a perilous cost. It was on a moonless night, much like this one, that Riley and Daniel ventured to the orchard. They were a young couple, daring and in love, their hearts filled with dreams of a future together. They had heard the whispers about the orchard and decided to test its legends. As they approached the edge of the cliff, a sense of foreboding washed over them. The fog enveloped them, obscuring the path ahead. The sound of the waves crashing against the rocks below echoed ominously in the distance. The apples hung from the gnarled trees, their deep red color seeming to beckon the daring souls. Riley hesitated for a moment, her instincts telling her to turn back, but Daniel's curiosity got the better of him. He reached for an apple, and as his fingers brushed against its cool, waxy skin, a shiver ran down his spine. With a nervous laugh, he plucked the apple from the tree. "They say these apples can grant any wish," he said, his voice trembling slightly. Riley nodded, her apprehension giving way to curiosity. "Then let's make a wish, Danny." They closed their eyes, clasping the apple between their hands, and made their wishes in unison. Riley wished for eternal love, and Daniel wished for untold riches. Suddenly, a gust of wind swept through the orchard, extinguishing the lantern they had brought with them. When they opened their eyes, the world had changed. The once foggy night had become a nightmare. The trees writhed and twisted, their branches elongating like skeletal fingers reaching for the heavens. The apples pulsed with a sinister glow, casting an eerie crimson light over the orchard. The air grew heavy with a malevolent presence, and the sound of whispering voices filled their ears. Riley and Daniel tried to flee, but the orchard seemed to have come alive. The trees blocked their path, their twisted branches forming a maze that led them deeper into the cursed grove. As they stumbled through the nightmarish landscape, their wishes began to come true, but in the most horrific ways. Riley and Daniel found themselves trapped in an eternal embrace, their bodies fusing together, their screams of agony merging into one tortured cry. Their love had become a curse. The ground beneath them trembled as the orchard demanded payment for their wishes. From the cliffs above, a torrent of gold coins rained down, burying them alive in a suffocating avalanche of wealth. Their riches had become their tomb. Desperation and terror gripped them, but there was no escape. The orchard had claimed them, body and soul. Their love had turned into an eternal torment, and their riches had become a prison of opulence. And so, the cursed apple orchard on the cliffside claimed yet another pair of ill-fated souls, their dreams twisted into a nightmarish reality. As the moon slowly sank below the horizon, the orchard returned to its silent vigil, waiting for the next unsuspecting victims to come and make their wishes, unaware of the terrifying price they would pay.